Welcome back, warriors. It's me, Linda B. Thank you all so much for joining me today. So, today I do want to get into this whole SA charges that's going on down in Dalton, village of Dalton in Illinois. A lot has been happening there. You know, Tiffany Henyard's office. We're going to go into a little bit of that and what's going on with one of the people associated with her, that whole Vegas trip thing and what happened to one of the people, one of the employees. But before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell. Oh, also watch the video all the way to the very end. Also, I'm on Rumble, chat with me, Linda B, all one word. You can also email me, chatwithmeLindaB at gmail.com. Now, let's get into it.
Better known for his work as a crisis responder helping victims of gun violence, Andrew Holmes has also served for several years as a trustee in the village of Dolton. Holmes is now named in a civil lawsuit filed Monday by a Dolton police officer and former member of Mayor Tiffany Henyard's security detail, as well as a former village employee who believes she was assaulted by Holmes. We are withholding her identity because of the nature of the allegations, which are now, according to 4 Dolton trustees, part of what former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot will take on in her new job as special investigator into Mayor Henyard's tenure.
She will be looking at it in a civil manner to give the board an idea. This is not a criminal matter that she's looking at it from that perspective.
The complaint says the alleged incident took place during a trip to Las Vegas in May of last year that included Henyard along with various employees from the village and Thornton Township. It was during the last evening of that trip that the complaint alleges police officer Byron Miles received a phone call from Holmes, who began describing a host of his exploits from the trip, many of sexual nature. And there was some suggestion that she may not have had the ability to consent and or did not provide consent. It is at this point that, according to the complaint, Officer Miles began to record the call, which eventually switched over to FaceTime. Trustee Holmes then panned the camera toward a bed where Officer Miles could see a woman who was partially undressed. The complaint goes on to say that the following day, when the woman in question woke up, she found she was in Trustee Holmes' hotel room, fully dressed. She was embarrassed as she believed she had blacked out. However, it was not, according to the complaint, until their return to Dolton that Officer Miles, suspecting that the alleged victim was not aware of what had transpired, went to her with what he knew. The lawsuit alleges that at a later meeting with the mayor, Henyard stated if that information got out, Henyard would be ruined and all of the work she had done would be lost. According to the lawsuit, within weeks, the alleged victim was out of a job and Officer Miles removed from the mayor's security detail. The lawsuit asserts claims against Henyard for retaliation. While our calls to Andrew Holmes have gone unanswered today, a spokesperson for Tiffany Henyard said they are cooperating, but would not comment on an ongoing investigation. They did, however, point us to a statement issued a few weeks ago before Holmes was specifically named, saying that the village of Dolton previously conducted their own investigation into the matter. Former police officer Miles was interviewed and denied knowing anything about these allegations. Also, despite numerous attempts by the village's independent investigators to contact the employee, she refused to give a statement or cooperate with our investigation. Unfortunately, this is nothing more than 2 disgruntled village employees who are trying to make off with the taxpayers' hard-earned dollars. No criminal charges have been filed against Andrew Holmes, but Las Vegas police do confirm that they have an open investigation into the claims. In Dolton, I'm Michelle Gallardo.
Oh, y'all, this just keeps getting worse and worse and worse with this Tiffany Henyard and her office. Man, what else? It's like Fonnie Willis in Atlanta. What else? And Andrew Holmes, that whole thing, and then Miles saying he was in, let me get my words together. I'm just so shocked by all this. That is an older man. He don't have anything else better to do. And did he drug her? Sounds like he gave her some kind of knockout drug. You all tell me what you think. She couldn't consent. She clearly couldn't consent. And this numbskuckle, I can't even think of a word. I'm sorry. Numbskull had to like show what he did and mentioned it to the officer Miles. What? Okay. So do we need to just shut everything down? I did another video on Tiffany Henyard, just a little while ago, and you all can check that one out. And that whole office needs to be cleaned out. The whole thing needs to be cleaned out. Her code enforcement officer, bankruptcy, she also used someone else. I think no, it was another person that was convicted of, messing around with minors. I can't say certain words. And now you've got, Freeman here with these SA allegations, all this SA stuff. I know I can't say but certain stuff, but you all give me your comments on I don't even know what you can say. There's nothing really to say. They need to get rid of the whole office. She needs to be gone. And they're investigating, starting at the people that are lower on the food chain, so to speak, to get them to tell on the others that are higher up on the food chain, which is, of course, how it works. And they're going to say, if you cooperate with us, then things will be better for you. But if you don't, you're going down with the ship. So people are going to start talking. And you have some good trustees. You do have some that a lot of them have come up against Mayor Henyard, but some of them, I think, are just afraid to talk. The woman who is saying that this was done to her on that Vegas trip isn't really cooperating. And I don't know if she was threatened. That happens. You just be quiet. You don't say anything. But someone's going to talk because they don't want to get in trouble and they're going to tell the truth. Something needs to be done ASAP. This is a mess. And I'm going to say this, and I don't want, I'm going to say this. As you all can see, I'm clearly a Black woman, but I am a believer in all these Black women that are out here during the doing the dirt of the powers that be. They're put up in these positions, paid money. I can just go through the list. You see them in the news. Letitia James, Fonnie Willis. Now you got Tiffany Henyard. What's up with that? Why we're always the go-to? I guess they got to check as many minority boxes as possible. But, please don't group us all into one group. That's not fair because a lot of us are not like that. Okay. You're looking at one. But it's something that I couldn't help but notice. Like all these Black women are being put up to go to do dirt. And a lot of the Black women are being used to go after Donald Trump, with Fonnie Willis and Letitia James. So it's very obvious. And I just don't want people to think that don't put us all into one lump group. Don't do that. Don't group us all together like that. We're all individuals. Okay. I know most of you know not to do that, but I did get a comment on one of my videos saying, what's up with you Black girls? What's up? I'm like, don't put me in that group. I'm not like them. I am completely individual. And most of us don't act like that. That's just a lie. They just who they use it, because the Democrats use Black people, period, men and women, to do their dirt. They're just on Black women right now, but they do that all the time, just in case things go left. And just in case they go left, the puppet masters in the background could just fade away. That's just my belief. We're all entitled to our opinions and so much more. I'm going to have to do another video on Fonnie Willis because a lot's going on with that. You all give me your comments. But anyway, I'm going to go right now. You all be blessed. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. You all be blessed and march on, warriors.